Welcome back, my people, to the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast, man. We got a lot to talk about as usual. And of course, man, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, man, you would think that a team sitting at the top of the NFC, it'd be all sunshine and rainbows. That's what you would think, right? Everything be all cool. Nah. The drama coming out of South Philly right now is super, super thick. Pause, you know. We're talking about the Jalen Hurts controversy, the D Gun update, Seth Joyner's comments, and the media circus that surrounds this team. Yep, you heard it right. The media circus that surrounds this team. I'm telling y'all, man, it's crazy. The reports in the media is always some bullcrap, man. It's always some bullcrap. Let's break down what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Over the weekend, man, we had two major reports that dropped. The Eagles are just like always in the media, but the reports that drop, man, have Eagles Nation in a frenzy when we should be worrying about being 8-2, celebrating that we 8-2 in this tough game of football. We got to talk about the bull. First, man, we had the report from Diana Rossini. I think that's the lady from Athletic, who claimed that multiple Eagles offensive players have grown frustrated with Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? They saying that his approach this season is off, basically, particularly in zone coverage. The word is he's being too hesitant. That's what they're saying. He's being too safe and not trusting his weapons, man. That's what her report was. Then we got the legendary Derek Gunn, D Gunn himself, came out and basically amplified this, saying there's consternation. That's the word he used, consternation with Jalen Hurts, not only in the locker room, but in the organization. He even went as far as to call it Carson Wentz Part 2. And then you have Eagles legend, man, in my opinion, Seth Joyner, who I have a ton of respect for, always backing it up as well, man. He's one of those guys. Joyner confirmed he spoke with an insider and that the frustration is definitely real. Even criticizing Hurts for going off on his own tangent in the games, deviating from the practice plan. Like now, I have to be honest with y'all, man. I have to be honest. I have a lot of respect for D Gun. He's a Philadelphia staple. I'm from Philadelphia. I've been watching D Gun for a very long time. He's plugged in, man. And he tells it like it is. I have a lot of respect for Seth Joyner as well, man, a former player, a Pro Bowler, and he understands, the locker room dynamics. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the national media, I'm talking about people like Rossini. I just don't have that same level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Her reports, her news, they saying she just getting it from anybody. That's the reports that's coming from her reports. You know what I'm saying? But this is where I have to say it. This is where I have to say it, man. Philly sports media is some of the worst media in football. They basically thrive on negativity and they will basically manufacture drama, even when the team is winning. Even when the team is winning, it's a circus. And, in my opinion, I feel like this is why the city gets a bad rep. Because these guys, these gals, they don't be taking care of business when it comes to this team. But that's what we here for, man, the content creators. So y'all can come and talk to us. You feel me? Let's put the media aside real quick, just for a second, man. And let's focus on the real issues here, in my opinion. The one that, D Gunn and Seth Joyner reports point to. You know what I'm saying? It's not Jalen Hurts. And it's not the media right now. It's the anonymous source inside the organization. Think about this, man. We have a team that's 8-2, leading the NFC and competing for a Super Bowl, a repeat. And yet, man, somebody inside this building, a player, a coach, a executive, I don't know, is leaking negative information about the franchise quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they leaking it to the media. So in my opinion, whoever this person is, man, they are cancer to the locker room. They are undermining Nick Sirianni, the head coach, who publicly denied the frustration, saying, I'm not frustrated with him. They are undermining the entire team culture. That's something that needs to be addressed. This isn't about accountability, in my opinion. This is about somebody being a coward, somebody being extremely selfish. If you have a problem with Jalen Hurts and his play, you address it in the film room. You address it in the locker room. You address it in the coach's office. You don't run to the media and hide behind them because you know they're going to do their job and they're going to put it out there. Organization flaw. Let's be clear, man. Whoever this person is inside the organization, they need to be fired immediately. They are the problem. Not the quarterback who just took this team to the Super Bowl and won and currently have them sitting at 8-2. They are the ones creating the consternation. Yeah, let's put it like that. The consternation and the distraction, if you want to be honest. Bottom line. Look, man, I don't want everybody to get this crazy because people say, oh, you just biased on Jalen Hurts. You just biased on Jalen Hurts. Look, Jalen Hurts hasn't been perfect. If you watch my lives, if you watch my videos, I'll tell you that. He has not been perfect, especially these last 2 games. He is having a fairly decent season, but he has not been perfect. We've seen the struggles against zone coverage. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this offense look clunky a lot. We've seen it, man. So we can't just blame it on Jalen Hurts when this whole offense is looking bad. But the fact of the matter is, when you want to put it all in context, he's a winner. He's a leader. And he's the quarterback of this team. Do you understand that? He wear that green jersey, that midnight green. Kelly green this week. It's Kelly green this week. But we're going to get into that. Right now, this is what I want to talk about. The fact that this story is dominating the headlines while the team is just winning. We 8-2. We 8-2 is a perfect example of a toxic environment, and that the Philadelphia media and now this source, whoever this guy is, they really need to be addressed. We need to be rallying around this team, man. And the organization needs to find and eliminate the leak. Until then, in my opinion, the drama just going to continue. It's just going to continue. That's my take on the Jalen Hurts situation. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are y'all frustrated with Hurts, or are you more frustrated with the media and the anonymous leaker? Like, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. But now, man, let's talk about what really matters. This is what I want to talk about. Winning football. Winning football games. And the reason the Philadelphia Eagles are sitting at 8-2, despite the offensive struggles, we're not gonna forget about that. And it's one thing, it's one word: defense. Defense. This defense is, bruh, man. This game against the Detroit Lions, a really good team, man. I don't care what nobody say. A high-power offense. This was a Vic Fangio masterclass. The offense was clunky as hell, terrible. Oh my God. Very, very boring to watch. But the defense, man, was absolutely getting after it. Elite. This defense was elite. Let's talk about the dominance. Let's talk about 0 for 5 on 4th down. This is crazy to me. Let's start with that one. The most incredible stat of the night, in my opinion, the one that we cannot overlook. The Detroit Lions, man, led by the aggressive Dan Campbell, went for it on fourth down 5 times. 5 times. And the Eagles defense said, not today. They were 0 for 5 on fourth down attempts. That's historic dominance. That's the kind of performance that wins you championships. Do you feel me? Every single time the Lions tried to be aggressive, the Eagles defense slammed the door shut. That's a testament of coaching, the scheme, the sheer will of the players. Straight dog shit, man. Straight dog shit last night. Look, man, we're going to talk about these players, man. We're going to talk about the young stars that stepped in and stepped up for this team. So we got to give credit where credit is due, to the young dogs. This is where you see the genius of Howie Roseman, the best GM in the National Football League, who has built a defensive line that's absolutely terrifying. Got the league scared, man. Let's talk about it. Jordan Davis, man. My man was a human wrecking ball. He had 3 batted passes in that game, which is tied for the most by any defensive lineman this season. He's not just eating up space, man. He's disrupting the pass game. That is a huge step in his development. Look, man, it's time to get paid. Jalen Carter, man, a phenom. Played a massive 90% of the defensive snaps. And, you know what I'm saying, he was constantly in the backfield. He also chipped in with 2 batted passes himself. When you have your defensive tackles batting down passes, you know you have a special unit. Let's talk about Nakobe Dean. Dean played a strong game. Played a season high percentage of snaps and was the heart of the linebacking core. You know what I'm saying? Huge pause. He was flying around, making plays, and showing why he's the leader of this unit. He is the leader of this unit, man. He's finally healthy, and he's playing at a level we all expected, man. He's jumping right back on from where he left off last season, man. Let's talk about our guy, Quinyon Mitchell. Guantanamo Bay, whatever y'all call it. Man, elite. Quinyon is, oh God, bruh. Quinyon Mitchell, man, the cornerback was tested. He was tested, and he passed with flying colors. He was targeted 6 times by the Lions offense and allowed 0 receptions. 0. That is lockdown coverage against a talented wide receiver core. Do y'all understand that? 0 targets. That's the Fangio effect. You feel me? Without this defense, man, this team would not be in a good spot. We would be talking about probably a losing record, not an 8-2 team, man. We got to be real. Love this team, but we got to be real, man. We have to give all the credit to Vic Fangio, man. He has this defense humming. The defense is playing at an elite clip. The scheme is brilliant. The players are executing, and they are having a great time. They are playing with a fire we haven't seen since last season, in my opinion. Really good defense 2 years in a row, man. This defense is carrying the team right now, and that's okay. That's okay right now because guess what? We 8-2. The offense with all the talent, in my opinion, will find its footing, but we do have to address the coordinator position. We have to do that ASAP. We can't just keep sitting on our hands on that. I don't know when, but they will, in my opinion. I definitely have hope. I'm like a Dallas Cowboy fan, hoping and praying. But until then, man, we can rest easy as Birds fans, knowing we have an elite championship defense. Look, man, Howie Roseman, coached by Vic Fangio, Look, man, we have what we need. That's the real story right now. This Eagles defense, the wins, they're coming because the defense. Look, man, this defense is winning at an elite level. But look, man, I don't want to hold y'all. We're going to be talking. It's Dallas week, right? We're going to be talking all week. We're going to have these videos all week. It's going to be content all week. You already know I go up for Dallas week, Kelly Green week. We made it this far in the video. You felt like this puppy helped you out. Please, man, do me a favor. Do the channel a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you always up to date. You know what I'm saying? Until next time. Out.
Yeah, I got them diamonds on me dancing, looking like they prancing. Always on my BI, we talking about expansion. Looking at a mansion, open up the benches, hanging off the blicket, empty out the sticky, shooting like I'm Jimmy. Chipwood, this good, sorry that I'm this hood.